Good morning, everybody. I love seeing where all of you are located. It's pretty nice.
Hello, everyone. We are going to start in 2 minutes. So this is going to be the last training that we are going to have, the big training sessions. And before we finish the training, I will share with you what is going to be the next steps. If you have any question about the topics that we are going to review today, that it's going to be forms, reports, document management, share with us. Or if it's another question regarding the other models, please share with us and we will help you with those questions. Okay, so let's start. You know the rules of engagement, that it's time management, growth mindset, digital ethic, and participate. The goal for the day is that we are going to review again the EVO integration. If you guys have any question about how the integration works, then forms and reports, document management, and answer your question regarding these topics and also the other modules that we have. And the next steps, that is going to be professional services, one-on-one training, and marketing templates. So here in the EVO integration, you have your EVO, and in the left banner, you are going to be able to see InsuredMine logo. You can click in that logo and it's going to redirect you to InsuredMine. If you are not logging in EVO, also here you have the domain or the URL that you will be able to log in InsuredMine with your user and your password. At this moment, if any of you do not have yet your password or access to InsuredMine, also please send us an email and we will share with you your credentials. But I believe that all the ones that we have here, you are using InsuredMine and you know how to log in. So here we have the open diaries and how it's showing in EVO. And all of this also is transferred to InsuredMine to EVO. And it's going to show as an open diary, as you know. And the contacts are going to be synced in InsuredMine, and we changed the integration. So now your policies should be or are going to be created in EVO, and you cannot create any policy in InsuredMine. The only one that is going to be two-way sync is the contact. When you create a new contact, it's also going to transfer to EVO. But if you create a policy in InsuredMine, that policy is not going to be synced or transferred to EVO. And here we have the communications and files, tasks, notes, and activities that transfer to EVO. And all of those, you are going to be able to see it in open diaries in EVO. As you have here, your policies, that is going to transfer to InsuredMine, but you are not going to be able to edit or update the policy. And well, that is for this, and Victoria is going to share her screen and show you the forms, the different way to add the forms in InsuredMine and how to create it. And I think that's it.
All right, thank you, Montserrat. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
Perfect, let me go ahead and share my screen. So from the InsuredMine dashboard, if you'll expand this, the first thing we're going to go over is the forms. So from the forms portion of InsuredMine, here you'll see your saved forms. These are going to be your forms list. We also have forms templates that you can use. To use these templates here, what you would do is you would click on the three dots, edit the template, update the logo to your TWFG logo here. To update any information in any of these boxes, you would click on the cogwheel attached to the box, and you can update any of this information. So here we can edit this. We can click the delete button on our keyboard, and upload a new image for the logo. So any of these fields can be edited. For the name, for example, the question is going to be the label. And then if you have drop-down boxes, for example, or little options like this where you can click, you would edit it. The name again is the label. And then the answers are going to be under data. So here you can add more. You can change the responses. And then once you're done changing the responses, here you'll see what a preview of what it's going to look like. Then you can save. It'll update the form here. Once you have the form how you'd like it, you can save this form. And it'll appear in your forms list. You can also create your a new form or create a form yourself by clicking on Create Form at the top right corner. Any of these fields on the left-hand side, you can just click and drag onto the form where you'd like it. Again, add a question under Label, and in Data, this is going to be the answers. You can also make this required under Validation if it's a required question, and you see here that it appears as having an asterisk next to it. And then you can save that there. Once you're done, you can save your form again. So let's go back to forms. On this form that we just saved, you can send the form either by email or text to contacts that you have in your platform. We do also have form automation. So you can click on form automation and look at the different options here. For form automation, out of pipeline settings, contact, update, and create contact, you can only select one of these three here. Pipeline settings will create a deal card in your platform. Creating a deal card will also create a contact and an account for that contact. You would select the pipeline that you want it to go to, the stage, and then also at the bottom here, you would match your form fields, the fields that you have on the form that you created with fields in InsuredMine on the deal card. So doing this, you can send a contact a form. Once they fill it out, it'll automatically create the deal card for them, the contact and the account. All you have to do is send them the form. Or you can fill it out yourself, either one. Contact update. This will update the information for the contact on the form. Again, you can only do one of these three. So if I turn this one on, you'll see that the pipeline setting 1 has turned off. And then create contact, rather than having it create a deal card in a pipeline, this will just create a contact that you have in your platform. Again, if I turn this one on, this one, or no, let's see, this one will turn off, or this one will not update, but this one will turn off. So form fields are the fields that you have on your form. InsuredMine fields are the things that are required in order to create a contact. Once you've matched these, you can save at the bottom. Email notifications. So once the form is filled out, you can select which agents will receive a notification that that form has been filled out. And you'll receive a notification by email that somebody has completed your form. Website widgets. Once you've created a form, you can copy the form to your clipboard and you can paste it into your website if you'd like, either by button or iframe. You can also post it to your social media. After form submission, you can choose what happens after the contact has submitted the form. So they can receive a success message that says, yay, your information has been submitted. You can set an email response if you want to create a template for this in engagement. You can select an email to go out to them once they've completed the form, or once they've hit submit, you can redirect them to another URL. So back to your website if you'd like. You will be able to view the responses here under View Response. Any form responses that you have will appear here with their name in the form. You can click on the form and you can view when they've submitted it. You can edit the forms that you have in your forms list by clicking on the little pencil button right here. You can share it with other agents. You can also delete, or you can copy the form to make changes to another form. Another option that we have here in templates is QL Rater, PL Rater form. These forms you can use for home and auto quote. On these two forms or these types of forms that are directly connected with a rater, the only thing that you're able to modify is the logo. Everything else on the form must remain the same, but you can save this directly in order for it to be sent over to the rater or to be able to sync with the rater. So once you upload the logo, you can save this form. When somebody fills out the form, you would be able to view the response. From the response, there's going to be a button at the very bottom where you can submit it to a rater. So the only raters that we have with a form would be PL Rater, Quote Rush, and that's all. So we can't send it to the Easy Links rater. Any questions on the forms section? To insert a logo in the form, again, you would click on the three dots where you can edit the form. Right here where the logo is, you can edit this. You'll hit the delete button on your keyboard and you can insert an image. Okay. So after forms, next we're going to go over the reports section again. So we went over the reports during our last meeting. But let's just take a quick look at it one more time. So from the report section, it'll be right above settings. Here you can see the reports by agent. So you can see the policies, the premium, and the number of contacts that are assigned to each agent in the platform. You can see the personal data for each agent here. You can add filters for gender, age, tags or any of these options right here. Once you hit apply, let's do so for Texas, for example, you can hit apply and you can generate amount of contacts that are in Texas. So you can view your personal data book here. You can see your book of business with the filters as well. You can also check on the different activity inside the platform. So by agent, you can see who's been putting notes in, files, emails, who's created calendar events, text, task calls, e-signature, and you can sort it out by the date. So this is for the last 30 days, or you can create a custom range or see all time. So when you click on the number on any of these options, on any of these pages, you have the option to download this as a file, or you can save it as a report. So when you save as a report, so let's do, we save this one as a reports, you can then go into your saved reports and view them here. You can choose to run them at a specific time to generate a new report if you'd like. One second. And then once you run a report, you can then share it with other agents that you have. When you share it with other agents, it'll appear here in shared reports. And here you can download this, or you can delete them if you like, but it'll show the report type and the report title and when it was shared. In performance, you can use this to view the growth in your company or your insurance agency since you've joined InsuredMine. So it'll go back right here. It'll show you that it went back to January. You can see the active accounts, the accounts by type, commercial, personal, and active premium for commercial premium or personal, commercial or personal as well. In total active, for total active accounts, you can see the same information in a chart. And the same thing with active premium. Then in agents usage, here you can see the number of sessions. That's how many times they've logged into InsuredMine. Total actions, so how many times they've created an action or done something in the platform, moved around between the different modules that we have, would be total views. Total actions would be any clicks. And then the time spent in minutes. Any questions on the reports? I know we went over this last time too. I had a question on how do we pull the information, how do we pull contacts or generate a report based on contacts missing details? So you can go to contacts, and in the contacts portion of InsuredMine, you can filter out by contacts missing details. So missing email, hit apply, and now you can see all the contacts that are missing their emails. From the contacts missing emails, you can then download this or save it as a report.
Victoria, we cannot hear you.
Yes, give me one moment. Sorry. I'm trying to correct that right there. So once you've saved the report for the contacts missing details, then you can go in and view your saved reports. We'll try it again just to see. And the reports are also emailed to the agent that saved the report. Or if you download it. So let me see if that'll work here in the system. So I might be having some internet issues right now, so I'm not able to show you that the report is saved, but also the other option is to download the report. Once you download the report, it will be available in you'll get a notification that says it'll be available in your email soon. You can also view the information for the contacts missing details from the dashboard. Here you can see the percentage of each item that's missing. So emails, missing date of birth, phone numbers, and the city. In the platform, we also have the document manager portion. From document manager here, you can upload files and you can sort them into folders for use later on. You can remove, rename, move, delete these folders into other folders as well. So I can move this one into another folder and you can view them as a list for the dates that they were modified, or you can view them with the folders itself. An example of any documents you may want to keep in your platform, maybe if you have any forms that they need to sign for cancellation. Give me 1 minute.
So Susan, to answer your question, we've seen a lot of agents who will use this document manager as a place to upload the carrier, like I forgot the terminology, but the carrier term sheet. So they can refer back to it while they're selling and say, okay, you can't go with State Farm because they don't accept SR22s. You can't go with Progressive because they don't, you have to have a certain age. There's an age restriction on the home. So this is a good place to store all of the documents that your branch would need to access in order to sell policies. It's kind of like a moving Dropbox. So InsuredMine, you can open it up on any, you can have the agent app, you can use it on any desktop. So instead of, being local on their computers that has all the stored information, they can go into InsuredMine and they're able to access those quick forms that you might need while you're selling on the go. Akram, I don't know exactly how much storage, but we haven't gotten a complaint on the amount. So upload until we say like, oh, too much storage. I think you have a pretty wide bandwidth for that. Susan, yes, we encourage anyone that is actively part of the selling process or communicates with your customers. CSRs, it depends on how their functionality inside of your branch, but we do encourage everyone to have a login so then they can go into InsuredMine and they can see all of the communication you've had with a customer, whether it was the producer who was talking to them, it was the CSR. You can map, let's say you're emailing the underwriting team about a particular client, you can map that email to the contact inside of InsuredMine. So InsuredMine is going to be a one-stop shop to see the relationship you have with a customer. So it is best that they do have their own login so we can track that. If they don't have their login, you're going to have gaps in your relationship tracking, if that makes sense. Can we set up producers with IM login? You can set it up. Victoria, can you show them how to add users? You guys have an unlimited amount of users that you can add into the system. So to do that, you'll go to the settings page and then as an admin, so make sure you're signed in as admin. And then under users, you can just select add user. Once you select add user, it's going to, click add user. Here you'll just say what role are they? And then the login email, this can be their any email that you see. And that'll be their login. So they'll just, you'll type in their email and then you'll say reset password when you sign in.
Once you've added a user, this is also where you can go and delete the users by clicking on deactivate. You can delete users that you no longer want in your account or that no longer work at the agency. You can also manage their access. So if they have access to other people's account, you can manage that. Or manage what they see in their InsuredMine account.
So this is great. Let's say you hire an intern to work at your agency for the summer. You can give them access to InsuredMine rather than giving them access to your Evo, and they can do some of the marketing communications or whatever you need. For CSRs, you want them to have access to all of the producers that they support. And then again, if you have someone who's working with you temporarily, you can just give them access to just your contacts and just the marketing section, but they don't need to see your policies. So that would be the manage module piece. And then Victoria mentioned that you can deactivate users. Every time you deactivate a user, it's going to prompt you, who do you want to remap all of the information to inside of InsuredMine? So if Alex leaves TWFG, it's going to ask, who do you want to map all of Alex's deal cards and tasks to? So nothing gets left or dropped when you're doing it inside of InsuredMine. All right. Do you guys have any questions about any of the reports? Any forms? I know there was a question on when you look at the form list, You didn't see any forms. Victoria, can we go back to the forms tab? So there's two different tabs on the forms module. There's form list and then there's templates. So on your form list, if you haven't created any form for yourself, it will be blank. All of your personalized forms will be held under form lists, but we do have all of the templates in the system for you, and you'll just select templates up at the top to view those.
So the templates are already created. So the templates already have all the fields that you want. So you don't have to create these templates. They're already filled out. All you have to do is update the logo. Once you save, you'll see it in your forms list, like this one.
Can you transfer deal card assignments temporarily if someone goes on vacation? Yes, the best way to do that if someone goes on vacation for a week is to give access and then remove the access once they get back. Or that's one way. The second way is, depending on how many deal cards they have, this might be a manual process, but you can just add an assigned agent to that deal card because you can have multiple agents on one. If they have, over 100 deal cards, you wouldn't want to manually assign all of those. So you would just want to give access to their book of business, essentially, for that week, and then remove the access. So Victoria's showing you here that you can add multiple assigned users. So this is one way to get them to see it, or just give access and then they can see all their deal cards.
And to give access again, you'd go to settings, users, and manage the access. You can give them access to the person who's going out of town.
Damon, yes, you are correct. So they can complete a form and then that form can redirect them to the website. So it can show all the coverage options that you have. You can also send a confirmation email, so it can send them their form response to their email. Different options on the form automations. All right. Any other questions about, this is our last, right, Montserrat? This is our last big group training. So moving forward, the way you guys will receive training is through one-on-one training sessions. Each branch gets 2 free one-on-one training sessions. They're 30 minutes. After that, you have to purchase training packages. We still will have check-ins with you every periodically, and then we'll see, like maybe once a month or something, that we'll have like a group session where you guys can ask questions. The best place to get support quickly is going to be our support chat in the bottom right corner. David, I see your questions. Does it link to the online form? That's a great question. I'm going to go through that in a second. What other things? Training is either with Victoria or myself. In order to get access to the training, you have to complete the online certification course. It's the best way to maximize your training time. So you're not coming to training and you're not asking like, what is a pipeline? The certification course will go through some of the basics. And then by the time you get to training with us, you're asking us, this is my process. How do I set it up? That's the best use of your training session. Every month, we meet with the marketing team at the home office and we give feedback to them on what you guys are looking for as far as templates. So the first week of every month is when we will do a big template drop to all of your accounts based upon the feedback that you've given over that month. They will build the templates that you guys would like to see. This week, we're in the process of sharing April's templates. It's a manual process on our side, so it takes a little bit of time, but by the end of the week, this week, all of you should have those templates. The folder is going to be called April 2023. I think, Victoria, if you select engagement and then templates. Yeah, so April 2023 So you're getting 52 more templates dropped into your account by the end of this week. Again, it's a manual process. We have to do it one account at a time. So it takes a bit of time, but the first week of every month is when you'll get a new load in of templates.
And Kiara, correct me if I'm wrong, but these are going to include the renewal templates.
Yes, it does. It includes renewal templates. If you click that folder, it includes renewal templates, all the holidays that are upcoming in the next few months. So Mother's Day, Father's Day, here's those policy renewal templates, the 30s, 32, 33. And then also they gave you the countdown to renewal templates, because I know that was part of the renewal process that you all wanted. So as you meet with your trainer, or if you guys have suggestions on the types of templates that you would like, you can email that to either Victoria, Montserrat, myself, and then in our monthly meeting with the home office, we will request those templates for you and they'll build them out. Any other questions on anything in the system, the platform? Right, Curtis, it's not going to be listed in your account because we have to share them manually. So by the end of the week, so by Friday, everyone will have those templates. We just haven't gotten to your account yet. But the first week of every month, everyone will have them by the end of that week. All right. Anything else? This is our last big group training. All of these training sessions have been recorded, so you can always go back and rewatch them on the TWFG InsuredMine page, and then also on our YouTube page. To sign up for the certification course, let me drop the link. So I just dropped the link in the support chat. Once you click that link, there's going to be a red enroll for free button. That's what you will click to enroll in that course. The course takes maybe like 30 minutes to 45 minutes to complete. It's pretty quick. It goes over some of the basics.
You can also get to the form from support directly through the InsuredMine portal. It'll be under the support button. Here you can also send a category or an issue or a features request to our support team. On the right-hand side, you'll see our knowledge base, which has articles on every page in the platform. Under InsuredMine training, here you will see the TWFG course. So you can click on this and enroll for free.
When you click enroll for free, we go through a separate platform. So it's Thinkific. You have to create an account with Thinkific. Once you create that account with Thinkific, then you sign in. So it's not the same as your InsuredMine page. You have to create a separate account. Okay, Damon, your question. Where is it? And the form can be within the body of an email, correct? Yes, you can have like click here to complete the form or fill out information now. They click that button and it'll open up the form. Does it have to be a link to an online form? Yes, it has to be an online form. So Victoria, I'm going to request the remote real quick. So anytime you create a form, the very first form that you create up at the top, it's going to say public. A public form means anybody can create it or anybody can complete it. Once they click submit at the bottom, it becomes a private form. So the public form is what you would share out with everyone. You drop it on your website, you give it to your lead source vendor that you're working with. And then once they click submit, it is a private form to that customer. And that form will always stay with that customer, okay? So yes, it is an online form. Once the form is submitted, though, you can download it as a PDF. We are unsure on what info is attached to the deal card and what info is attached to the contact. Akram, as far as info, You mean like when you're creating the deal card? So if I select add deal card and I complete this information, what transfers? Or do you mean if I open a deal card and I attach a note and a file and a task? Is their email attached to the account? I would double check that. And it's attached to the contact as well. So the hierarchy goes, anything that happens inside of the deal card will transfer to the account or the contact, which then transfers to the account. It flows up. So as long as that email is the same, everything should be seen on the account level. When you're creating a deal card, let's say it's a personalized deal card, the email does not transfer from the contact to the account. So you have to make sure that those are the same. Akram, if you can email me that customer, I can take a look on what is going on. I'd have to look to see to make sure that it's all right. Did I get all the questions? Okay, I can double check to see whether you've completed it. Okay, I think that's all the questions. You all are having your TWFG like conference at the end of this year. We will be there. So not me, but someone from our team will be there. So if you guys have questions about InsuredMine or want to learn more, you can always come chat with us in person there as well. I believe that's in September for you all. Home office is going to send out more information, but right now they're just doing like save the dates. So come see us there if you'd like. Where to start a quote? Are you using a rater? Okay. Thanks, Rob. Okay, if you're using a rater, I would go straight to your rater to do that. So you would go to Evo, you'd complete the contact, you would complete it within your rater. And then once that quote is out to the customer, there's kind of like a wait period where the customer is going to say yes, or they're going to say no. They might say, oh, I need to go talk to someone first. That's when you would go to InsuredMine and create a deal card. And while it's sitting in that quote sent stage, you can have the system reach out like, hey, following up on the quote I sent you 3 days ago, checking in to see if you have any questions. That would be the best flow for that instance. So then you don't have to worry about following up on that customer. You can move on to the next one. So if you're using a rater, I would start in the rater, so you don't have to enter the information twice. Do notes created in IM get synced to Evo? Yes. All activities are synced into Evo. So all notes, communication, files, activities, and tasks. That looks like in person, but what about one-on-one virtual? Apendra, you do get one-on-one virtual. And then how to schedule training. If you create that contact inside of Evo, it's automatically pushed into InsuredMine. So when you're going to the pipeline, okay, you would click pipeline. Let's go to personal lines. You would click add deal card. So this is someone you've quoted already. You're going to start typing in that contact's name. Because you created that contact inside of Evo, it's going to pop up inside of InsuredMine. So you'll just click that contact. This is the one you quoted already. It's going to go on your personal lines pipeline. I sent the quote out to them already, so I'm going to drop them in the proposed stage. That means they skipped these other stage automations. right? Because that's where they are in your process. And so by dropping in on that stage, it would trigger that follow-up communication. Yes, Akram, if you create it inside of InsuredMine. So the second way is you click add contact, you type in, they do not exist, you would select create new. By creating it inside of InsuredMine, it automatically syncs to Evo. So either way you go, it's a two-way sync. All right, I think that's it. For training, when the form, is it easy to duplicate? When we create, oh, yes, you can copy a form. So under forms, the three dots, copy. All right, that's it for today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email us. It's Victoria@InsuredMine or Kiara it's just our first name at InsuredMine.com. Look out for a follow-up email. In the follow-up email is where you can find links to the TWFG resources. You can schedule one-on-one training sessions, and probably every month you'll probably get an email from us. It'll be like a TWFG newsletter, and it'll show you all the new releases for TWFG team. That's it. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it. It was fun getting to know you all for like the last month in these group trainings. Jeff, they do use InsuredMine for cancellations or processing. For endorsements, no, you go straight to Evo because we don't communicate with the carrier site. But as far as communicating to your customer about that process, you can set up like automated messages. I got you, Jeff. Very good. I understand. All right. Bye, guys.